Best way to naturally boost dopamine levels in the brain. Dopamine is just a chemical messenger in your brain that serves a variety of activities. It has a role in reward, motivation, memory, attention, and even body movement regulation. Dopamine produces pleasure and rewards emotions when released at significant levels, motivating you to repeat a given behavior. On the other hand, low dopamine levels have been related to lower drive and enthusiasm for tasks that most people enjoy. Although dopamine levels are normally well regulated within the neurological system, there are several things that you may do to boost them naturally. Here are top 5 natural strategies to boost dopamine levels. Number 1. Eat lots of protein. Amino acids are the smallest building blocks that make up proteins. To build up all of the proteins in your body, you'll need about 20 different amino acids. Some of these amino acids are produced by the body, while others must be obtained through food. Tyrosine is an amino acid that's essential for the synthesis of dopamine. Because enzymes in your body can convert tyrosine to dopamine, having enough tyrosine is crucial for dopamine production. Tyrosine can also be produced from phenylalanine, another amino acid. Protein-rich foods like turkey, cattle, eggs, dairy, soy, and legumes contain tyrosine and phenylalanine. According to studies, raising tyrosine and phenylalanine in the diet can boost dopamine levels in the brain, which can help with deep thinking and memory. Conversely, dopamine levels might plummet if phenylalanine and tyrosine are removed from the diet. While these studies suggest that very high or very low intakes of certain amino acids can affect dopamine levels, it's unclear whether normal changes in protein intake would have much of an effect. Number 2. Eat less saturated fat. Saturated fats, like those found in animal fat, butter, full-fat dairy, palm oil, and coconut oil, have been shown to alter dopamine signaling in the brain when taken in large amounts. These experiments have only been done on rats thus far, but the results are intriguing. According to one study, rats who ate 50% of their calories from saturated fat had lower dopamine signaling in their brain's reward centers than rats who ate the same amount of calories from unsaturated fat. Despite no modifications in body weight, body fat, hormones, or blood sugar levels, these alterations happened. Some experts believe that high-fat diets cause inflammation in the body, which leads to changes in the dopamine system, but further research is needed. A correlation between high saturated fat intake and impaired memory and thinking abilities in humans has been discovered in several earlier observational studies. However, it's unclear if these effects are related to dopamine levels. Number 3. Consume probiotics. Scientists have recently discovered that the gut and the brain are intimately linked. Because it includes many nerve cells that produce several neurotransmitter signaling molecules, including dopamine, the stomach is frequently referred to as the second brain. It's now known that specific kinds of bacteria living in your gut can produce dopamine, affecting your mood and behavior. Research is scarce in this field. However, multiple studies demonstrate that specific strains of bacteria can lessen anxiety and depression symptoms in both animals and humans when taken in big enough quantities. Although a strong correlation exists between mood, probiotics, and gut health, it's not fully understood. Probiotics may boost mood by increasing dopamine production, but additional research is needed to discover how substantial this effect is. Number 4. Eat velvet beans. L-dopa, the precursor molecule to dopamine, is abundant in velvet beans, or Mucuna pruriens. Eating these beans has been shown in studies to help naturally improve dopamine levels, particularly in those with Parkinson's disease, a movement illness caused by low dopamine levels. In a 1992 trial of persons with Parkinson's disease, eating 250 grams of cooked velvet beans for 1 to 2 hours dramatically increased dopamine levels and reduced Parkinson's disease symptoms. Similarly, multiple research on Mucuna pruriens supplements indicated that they might even be more effective and have fewer negative effects than typical Parkinson's disease treatments. Keep in mind that large quantities of velvet beans are harmful. Always follow the dosing instructions on the product packaging. Another effective source of L-dopa is fava beans. Eating natural food sources of L-dopa, such as fava beans or Mucuna pruriens, may help restore dopamine levels in persons with dopamine deficiency disorders like Parkinson's disease. Even though these foods contain natural sources of L-dopa, you should still consult your doctor before making any dietary or supplement modifications. Number 5. Exercise often. Exercise is recommended for enhancing mood and increasing endorphin levels. Improvements in mood can be evident as soon as 10 minutes of aerobic activity, but they are most noticeable after 20 minutes. While changes in dopamine levels are unlikely to be the only cause of these benefits, animal studies suggest that exercise can increase dopamine levels in the brain. Treadmill running boosts dopamine release and the number of dopamine receptors in the brain's reward regions in rats. However, a 3-month study of people found that doing 1 hour of yoga 6 days a week elevated dopamine levels considerably. People with Parkinson's illness benefit from regular aerobic exercise. Several studies have found that doing vigorous exercise several times per week improves motor control in persons with Parkinson's disease, implying that the dopamine system may be beneficial. More research is needed to locate the best intensity, style, and duration of exercise for raising dopamine in humans, although current research is very promising. Dopamine is a brain molecule that affects mood, reward, and motivation. It also aids in the regulation of body motions. Although the body regulates levels, you can naturally increase them by following a few dietary and lifestyle adjustments. A well-balanced diet rich in protein, vitamins, minerals, and probiotics can aid your body's dopamine production. Lifestyle choices are crucial. Dopamine levels can be boosted by getting enough sleep, exercising, listening to music, meditating, and spending time in the sun.